Alright, so patch 1.09. It's a patch. Alright, it's a patch. Holy fuck. Dragonov is invincible. He's invincible. Nothing will ever touch this character. Nothing. Not the community, not the Tekken devs, evidently, not the fucking forces of good and evil themselves. Dragonov is untouchable. Period. Because he gets away with yet another patch being virtually untouched. I mean, you could argue that, oh yeah, it's down 2 nerf that he just got. Let's turn off counter hit real quick. He got a down 2 nerf to start off. Everything that's good about the move is still a thing. It high crushes, it's got really solid tracking to both sides, and it's plus 13 on counter hit. What the fuck? I mean, like, great fucking move. Still. Whatever. 3 damage. Cool, I guess. Doesn't fucking matter. What's the other thing that nerfed? Oh, yeah, the heat smash thing. I'll put a clip here after I talk about this for a second, but the heat smash no longer hits from behind. So, okay, so check out this clip right now. This happened to me in an actual match. What the fuck, man? Oh, dude, what the fuck? That's some fucked up shit, isn't it? Right? So that's apparently less of a probability of existing now, so that's cool, I guess. But what? I mean, like, that happened months and months and months ago already. And they're just fixing it now? I mean, it's existed for so long. Whatever. Fuck it. The other cool nerf they did is this move. Back 4-3. If I sidestep the move right, now the whole thing whiffs. All I did was sidestep right, and now I'm holding back. And look at that, a tiny little sidestep. Tiniest fucking sidestep. Like, if I sidestep this big time, like, I get his back. That's crazy. So, if you give it a sidewalk, you now get his back easily. The second kick no longer realigns to sidestep right, which hinders Dragonov's tracking. Hey, you know what? This change? I approve of this change. This is a good fucking change. The best change he got. Because the other change he got is this trash. No longer knocking down. But you know what it does? It still gives big chip damage. It still tracks to sidestep left. Sidewalk left? No. Sidestep left? Yes. Sidestep right? It doesn't. It's very linear to sidestep right. Well, I mean, if you time it right. But it's fair in that regard. You can sidestep it. But that's it. You can only really sidestep it one way consistently. On top of that, it still does a fuck ton of damage. Like, I disagree with it doing 22 damage. I think it should do like 15. Still launches on counter hit. Or not on counter hit, but in heat. You know, you still get a full combo. If I can, I don't know. Some random stupid shit. You still get a full combo after a heat dash. It's still +7 on block, by the way. +7. And the worst part of it all, the worst part I haven't even talked about yet, it fucking hits grounded still. I hate that. Why? With all the problems that QCF4 still has, all the problems QCF4 has, it still has. Like, all the problems it once had still exist. The damage was never my problem with this attack, although I still think it should do like 15 damage. It's a bullshit move. But if it's gonna be this strong, it needs a lot more than just a damage nerf. This is the best move in the game. There's no question about it. QCF4 is ridiculous. It does everything. It's a heat engager. It's plus fucking 5 from a heat dash. Plus 7 on a normal block. Now, it's plus 8. It's fucking plus 8 on regular hit, unless you smoke them with a heat engager. Then it's plus 17. Just like every... But, look at this shit. I'm right there. I'm right in his fucking face. And now I can mix him up with shit. You know, like I can mix him up with crouching stuff now. Like, that's some bullshit. It's ridiculous. What are they thinking? They didn't... Okay, the lack of a knockdown now has almost improved its utility. Because there wasn't much of an Okasemi game after Dragonov knocked you down with QCF4 on a regular hit, right? You don't really often see that shit, but when it did knock down, it was usually when the player had already expended their heat. So it wasn't that often of an occurrence, but when it did knock down, it would give a full wall splat into full combo. Ridiculous shit. It doesn't do that anymore, but the point that it doesn't need to now, because if I wanted to, I can just create crouching pressure, apply this shit, and then just fucking, you know, and guess what? I can do this, into this, into this, like, I can just keep up the pressure with it now. It's, in my opinion, they buffed that move. What the fuck, man? It doesn't knock down anymore. But they can now pressure you from full crouch. You're going to either force your opponent to stand there and block, or you're going to force your opponent to take a guess and sidestep, but at -7 or -8 on the hit, no one's going to try to sidestep. They're all just going to stand there. So what does Dragonov get to do now? He gets to create a 50-50 guessing game from crouch, which means he can go into this loop, or he can do this shit and get a full combo. Like, this is unacceptable shit, man. Why is that in the game? Why is that here? They made QCF4 better. It's like the Azucena while running 3-2 nerf. The second time they tried to nerf it, you could sidestep the move, but then she sent herself in a Timbuk fucking 2, and you just couldn't punish the move at all. So it went from being barely punishable to being not punishable at all. Now they've made like a similar mistake with QCF4 with Dragonov, in my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I fucking hope I'm wrong about this. This move got a buff. So, what happened? I don't know. Bandai Namco, I feel like sometimes they're all fucking smoking weed stronger than the shit that I smoke when they decide I'm making all these fucking balancing changes for this character specifically. Dragonov is in need of a complete neutering. There's no reason at all for him to exist in the condition that he's currently in, and he's been this strong since the beginning of the game. It's been almost a year. The game's been out for almost a year, and we see no sign of really thought-provoking adjustments to the character. It's like they're really tiny, safe adjustments here and there that barely do anything to touch on what the problem is. Like, the problem with QCF4 was really not that it knocked down or wall splatted. I mean, that was one of the problems, for sure. Don't get me wrong, it was a problem. But it wasn't the problem. The problem is that it hits grounded. The problem is that it's +7 on block and only +8 on hit. So they have no reason not to throw it out now. It's just +7 or +8. You're getting rewarded whether they block it or they don't. And the mix-up that you get after they block it or after they eat it is identical. You either get to mix them up on block with a full crouch down forward 1-4 or a while standing 2 or something safer than that, or just, you know, pressure, grab them or something. Anything you really want to do, because at +7 they're not going to press any fucking buttons. They're not going to try to sidestep. You know, what are they going to do at +7 when you're at +7 and you're Dragonov? plus 8. They just ate the move, they took some damage, and now they're forced into another mix-up where, again, they have to just guess. I would rather be knocked down and be sent far away, to be honest. Like, I preferred the move before it got this nerf. And this is me before I even go into a match. This is a preconceived notion, an idea that I have about how this move's gonna be going in direction-wise in the future, okay? I'm just talking out my ass right now. I don't have any evidence to back up this claim of mine that the move is buffed, okay? So don't think that I'm trying to spew some hardcore facts right now. I'm saying... Well, I guess I'm going to retract that a little bit. Maybe I have a little bit of evidence in this area because, again, the Azucena nerf. They nerfed her, and then she ended up getting buffed. The move was stronger after the nerf. So, I feel like maybe this could be a potentiality here with the nerf that they gave this move. Because if it maybe, here's the way that they could fix this. I'm going to go off and list a bunch of shit about this move that I think they could really do to fix it. But before I do that, the big thing I think that they should do is reduce the... Look how close you are. Reduce the... Or increase the pushback to double that. Dragonov should be twice... He should be like fucking here when the move is done. Then it's fair. Then I'm cool with that. But even then, it still needs an adjustment in the frame data department, and it still needs an adjustment in the hitting grounded department. Dragonov shouldn't have good Oki game, but this fucking move is just in tandem with, like, you got QCF4, and then you go in tandem, there's the move, down back 3+4. This shit, which also hits grounded. Like, it's ridiculous. So you got both of those moves that are ridiculous, that both hit grounded. Why does Dragonov have such a crazy Oki game now? Plus he's got down 2, which used to be his only good Oki tool. Or you'd stomp, you know? What's the stomp again? Down 3+4, you know? So, like, those were Dragonov's Oki tools. Down 2 and down 3+4 in Tekken 7 when his Oki was kind of shit. Now he's got this shit as well. You know, to pressure from crouching. You know, full crouch down forward 1-4. So... Dragonov is over-equipped in departments that he wasn't equipped in at all, and this move is half the problem. Get rid of the fact that it hits grounded. He doesn't need it when down back 3+4 and down 2 hit grounded. Come on, man. So there's the biggest issue there, but the pushback that it has is non-existent. It has no fucking pushback. You're -8 after eating 22 damage in his fucking face. That's insane. He gets to do whatever he wants to you now. Including potentially throw, including, launch you, including pressure you with a good low into plus frames, into another QCF4 setup potentially. Like, this is ridiculous, man. So, that needs to go. More pushback on the move. +2. That way he can, approach with a jab or a throw. But that's it. Limit Dragonov's pressure ability with QCF4. +2, +3 on block. +3 on block is fair, I guess, because then I can trade with a jab. If you try to jab on +3 and I hit you with a down forward 1, we'll trade. I'll get a little more damage than you, and it's a fair trade on my end. Because you're -3. I should have the advantage. But if you if Dragunov tries to throw or jab, then he could beat out anything if they try to do something after they block a QCF4. That's fair. +3. That would be fine. +7? I mean, you have more incentive to just use it while he's in heat. Like right now, if I do it in heat, if I hit, it's +8. If I get it blocked, it's +7 and I continue pressure. If I do a heat dash and they block it, I'm only +5 and greater chip damage, but that's it. +5, less advantage than it would have been made if the move just got blocked normally. It makes no sense that it's +7 on normal block when it's a heat engager. That's insane. It's completely senseless. It's like a move that they intentionally designed to be ridiculously broken. And the last thing I think they should nerf about it is the tracking. It should just be gutted entirely. It should not be, like, I shouldn't be able to just, like, it should not clip me at all if I try to sidestep. Like, sidestep right, I dodge it every time. Well, if I time it right. But sidestep right, I dodge it pretty much every time if the timing is fine. Sidestep left, I have to be at a specific range. I have to time the sidestep perfectly. Like, I gotta be in his face if I want to sidestep this left. If I sidestep, which most of the time, a lot of Dragonovs won't throw it out just in your face because the move is ridiculous when it comes to range, too. So it's got really good range, so you don't need to be in their face when you're going to use it. You're smarter to throw it out at a fairly good distance, like 1.5, 2.3, 2.5. That, like, this range here is a perfect range to throw it out. Great range to throw it out. Because then it's probably not going to get interrupted, and it's probably just going to either get blocked or land. If they try to sidestep left, because also at this range, running 2, at this range, you want to sidestep Dragonov left because of that move. But this move makes it so you don't want to do that, because sidestepping that move left from that distance is just not smart thing to do. You can get clipped there. I'm trying to just sidestep while running 2 left, so that I don't, like, if I try to sidewalk it left, then I won't be able to punish it, because by the time the sidewalk animation is done, while running 2's animation is done, and Dragonov can turn around and start fighting you again. So you want to just sidestep while running 2 to the left, just a sidestep, not a sidewalk. That way you can get a launch punish on the move. But QCF4, if you just sidestep left thinking he's going to do while running 2, goes for QCF4, you get fucked, because it hits you. That shit is counterplay to your sidestep, but the counterplay is brain-dead bullshit. It's completely, like, there's no thought in that. You either do QCF4 because it's a good move, or you go for while running 2 because it's a good move, or, they don't ever have to think. Just throw the fucking moves out. If there's a more linearity to QCF4, then you'd have to place it more properly. You'd have to place it better, more intelligently. Get reads on your opponent. He's probably going to fucking try sidestepping at this point, so I'm going to have to move in a little bit, realign, then QCF4, nail him. Good shit. If you nail QCF4, it's because you placed it well, not because it tracks and it does the thing that you want it to do all by itself without you having to make it do that. So those are my nerfs for QCF4. Bandai Namco, if you're watching this video, I hope you are, because fucking this move needs to be gutted. It's too strong. And on top of that, there's one more nerf I want to discuss, and that is this fucking move, 1-2-1. It's a 10-frame heat engager, natural combo on counter hit into heat dash. Really fucking good, really good move. First of all, two things that we need to talk about with this move. So first of all, 1-2-4, why is it only -14? Why is it not launch punishable? This is crazy. Why is that not -15 at least? It's too strong considering what you can do. You see a counter hit coming with this move, and you just throw it out, and it's in 10 frames. You're very likely to counter hit with that. The other thing I think is a problem is, look at this shit. I'm sidewalking the whole string. And the last hit, you can't even interrupt. Unless you do a 10 frame something. Like, it realigns from a sidewalk right, which is what you want to do against Dragonov. Sidestep, sidewalk. If I try to sidewalk it left, the whole thing whiffs. Well, there you go. So it can whiff. It's tricky to make it whiff with the sidestep left. You have to, or sidewalk left. You have to really time it. But that move is that one in QCF4 are Dragonov's go-to bread and butter tools right now, and neither one of them really saw any reasonable nerfs. In fact, again, like I said, the QCF4 not knocking down anymore. It might sound good, but I have a fucking sneaking suspicion that we just experienced another Assassina flub. I'm pretty damn sure. I might be wrong, and I fucking hope to fuck that I'm wrong, but that is definitely what I have on my radar right now, I'll tell you. QCF4 not having any pushback, being +8 on hit, +7 on block, still has ridiculous chip damage on block and in heat, still has insane damage when you just hit with it, still hits grounded, unacceptable shit. Come on, still tracks to sidestep left, cut that shit out. It should not be doing any of those things. And 121 needs nerfs as well, -15 on block, fucking at least, maybe 16 even, and that way the whole cast can pretty much launch it, even Raven and Zafina and everybody. Alyssa, all the characters that have 16 frame down forward 2s, although Alyssa has a hop kick, so fuck that chick. But, you know, and the nerfs to Alyssa, I don't even want to talk about those in this video because they're a joke as well. I don't think that they're better than the nerfs Dragonov got. Like, his back 4-3 nerf is fine, but the rest of the nerfs that they gave him are just either laughable or not even a nerf, in my opinion. More of a buff. So, yeah. Just my advice to Bandai Namco. You know, listen to the fans. I think I've demonstrated that I know what the fuck I'm talking about on this channel. You know, I know Tekken. I might not be, like, the best Tekken player in the world, but that's because what's put to practice, I'm a lot better at stuff that's on paper. I can mental my way out of shit. And am I a good Tekken player? Sure, I'm a good Tekken player. Am I a pro? No, I'm not a fucking pro. I would not compare myself to guys like Joka and JDCR and fucking Nee, certainly not, and Arslan Ash and Ulsan and all these ridiculously high-level, pro-level players. I don't even think I'm near the level of Lil Majin and Anakin. Those guys would kick the shit out of me. But I know my shit when it comes to the logistics of this game and the character matchups and the frame data that's involved and how things work as a package. My brain is really stupid, but it's also very mathematical. So I think I'm onto something with this one. I hope I'm wrong, but I think I'm onto something. So anyways, what do you guys think of Dragonov? Do you think he got buffed? Do you think he got nerfed? I know back 4-3 is definitely a nerf, but do you think QCF4, the move that needs the biggest fucking nerfs, got the nerfs it needed? Hell no, obviously none of us think that, but do you think it got nerfed at all? I don't fucking think so, but we'll see. I think it's going to be hilarious watching what happens in the next few tournaments. Dragonov's going to just fucking kill everybody. Again, this character is still going to be #1. God tier, the only God tier character in the game. Like, Nina, Yoshimitsu, Jin, Alyssa are still going to be top of S tier. But Dragonov is still going to be God tier above them. Fucking, you know, like, speaking of Jin, why the fuck didn't he get touched on the patch? Like, it's really? The fucking nerf to back 4-3 that Dragonov got? That same nerf needs to happen to Jin's 2-1-4. I'm going to leave it there. And I'm going to call the video a day. Because fuck Jin's 2-1-4. It's ridiculous. You're trying to sidestep his shit right to do the appropriate, correct counterplay for Jin, and he hit that little shit string just says no to that. And it's only -3, the 2-1. What the fuck is that? It should be like -8. And then 2-1-4 should be -10. Why? Why is it not? Like, fuck Jin, man. He's such a bullshit character. So, anyways, Dragonov, though, deserved a video because he's the biggest bullshit character and he got buffed. So, sweet. Much love, everybody. Please leave a like, leave a comment for the algorithm. Both those things matter big time for the algorithm. I'd appreciate the shit out of that. If you want to join the Discord, hit the fucking description. There's a Discord link in there. If you want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, that's all about music and me doing covers and metal shit, then hit the fucking YouTube channel and subscribe on that one. I'd appreciate the hell out of that. Everything else, you know, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the wonderful shit. Much love, everybody. Thanks for being here. Keep rocking out and keep gaming. Fuck Dragonov.